Hello, YouTube world. Thanks for checking in to Khaliis Take. Now, today's take of the day: how dangerous are the Brooklyn Nets? Now, before we jump into the video, please like, subscribe, leave any comments. Please hit the notification bell as well, so you can get the newest content first. Please check out my other videos prior to this one. I think you'll like the other videos as well. I think you'll find there's some good, useful information in there. NBA stats, NBA stuff that we love. But let's just jump right into it. Now, the Brooklyn Nets. Now, we're talking about a team with three powerhouse nuclear weapons, just as I stated on other videos that I've already posted. We're talking about a team that most teams I don't think could really compete with when it comes to from a firepower standpoint. This team is pretty much locked and loaded. I'm looking just the Kyrie, the James Harden, and Kevin Durant is just, that's a lot for a lot of teams to handle. Now, last night they played against I think the Atlanta Hawks, and when I looked at the game, all three of their nuclear weapons, all three of their big three had 25 plus points. I think, Kevin Durant ends up with 32 and five rebounds, just had a couple assists, but that's okay. He basically just killed the game at the end. James Harden ended up with 31 points, 15 assists, 8 rebounds, almost had a triple double, unbelievable. And I think Kyrie had 26 and 7 assists and 4 rebounds. So when you look at that, it's like, wow, that's a lot of firepower between the big three and what they were able to do. The only thing that bothers me with this team is, they have games where I think they lag because they know they're so much better than other teams. They're going to have games where they just kind of like take games off mentally and not mentally be in the game because they know they're just so much better. It's almost like they're just practicing now just so they can gear up and be ready for the playoffs. And I don't really blame them because it's like when you look at their team and how they're constructed, I mean, they do have a big man in the middle in DeAndre Jordan, what I'm saying, gets extra rebounds for him. Um, I like the Jeff Green pickup, off the bench, I believe. I like Jeff Green. They can, to me, they probably can use another big man. We'll see exactly how that goes. I think they're talking about trade rumors for Andre Drummond to go to the Brooklyn Nets, which would be actually a big additional piece. I think they need another big man, in the middle there, to clog up the paint a little bit more. But as far as the rest of the team, I think they're good. Well, I do say this as well. I've said this on another occasion before. I feel like the Jared Allen and the Karis LeVert, I feel like those two losses or trades, if you want to say, really kind of hurt them. But hey, they make a form for the three players they have. But I tell you that Karis LeVert, if they would have kept him at least, I think they wouldn't even be going into overtime with teams like Atlanta. I think they would beat teams like that, and it wouldn't even take overtime, even though Atlanta's a decent team, but they're not on the level of a Brooklyn Nets, So, and I feel like the Nets definitely need, like I said, that big man extra, just a little bit extra scoring. Andre Drummond can provide that. Andre Drummond is a better scorer than DeAndre Jordan to me. Yeah, so I mean, I think DeAndre Jordan had like 11 points, 7 rebounds last night, whereas Drummond he might have had 18 and 16 rebounds with 2 blocks. You see what I'm saying? So, that extra scoring plus, a big man clogging up the paint is a big thing because a lot of people can score on their interior, especially when it's especially when DeAndre Jordan, sits down. Especially when he takes a breather, you know what I'm saying? So even though Kevin Durant can defend, I don't really see them having Kevin Durant the five to defend big men. So, because Kevin Durant's doing a lot of scoring. So, I mean, they definitely need another big man to clog the paint to me and with a little bit extra scoring. So, I think if they do get DeAndre Drummond in the trade rumors that's going around, well, then that'd be big for them. As far as the Atlanta Hawks, I mean, like I said, to me, it shouldn't even went to overtime with a team like Atlanta. I mean, I know Atlanta's a decent team this year. They play hard and stuff like that. They're doing pretty good. Not even gonna knock on them like that at all. Trey Young is, I think he had 28 and 14 assists last night. It's really good. So I mean, that's a big pickup for them. Big upper for them, I should say. What I'm saying, having a point guard like that, a future, a star player right before our eyes. And then you got and they got Clint Capella. I don't think he did, but I think he had like 9 points, 11 rebounds last night. They do have John Collins. I think he was in the dunk contest or won it or something like that. But he had like 21 points as well. I think he chipped in with 8 rebounds. The biggest surprise I saw on the team, I was noticing them playing against the Nets. Cam Reddish had like 24 points, which, that was pretty huge. But the overall, like I said, I don't think it should have went into overtime. I think the Nets got enough firepower to beat teams like this, put the clamps on them before it even gets to overtime. And that's the thing with the Brooklyn Nets. When I asked how dangerous are the Brooklyn Nets, because when you look at their big three, yeah, they're all scorers. None of them are defensive players. None of them really play defense. James Harden plays defense pretty decent, but he's not a defender. He's not really known for that. Neither is Kyrie or Kevin Durant. Now, Kevin Durant can play D some. I will say that because I've seen him lock up or try to lock up players, and play defense. With his length, he bothers people. So his defense is predicated more off his length and how he can bother a offender, somebody who's trying to shoot over him and make it difficult. So I mean, if you want to take his length as part of his defensive prowess, then be my guest because that's pretty much like his go-to, his length. So I mean, which is not a bad, that's not a bad option to have. To be 7 feet tall and you can contest all jump shots with your length and keep up with people. You're going to you're going to have some players, not play as well with that length. It bothers some people. So I mean, it's definitely, not a knock against KD, not at all. I'm just saying that I think, they shouldn't like. I mean, I think they lost to the Cavs like twice last week. Stuff like that. I mean, which is nothing really to be too alarmed about. But it's like when you're losing to teams like that with 2 out of 3. I think they didn't have all 3 players. I think one game or 2 games. Well, no, the first game I think they did have all 3 players and they lost. And the second time they played the Cavs, they had 2 out of the 3. I think James Harden and Kyrie was there. I don't know if Kevin Durant played or one of them was missing. But regardless, they losing to the Cavs twice. To me, either that tells me they're really not paying attention to the regular season, or either that tells me they just have some chemistry issues right now. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine for them to have chemistry issues because it's early in the season for them. And, they just got to get, they all pretty much got together a matter of like a couple weeks ago, or a week or two ago. So, it's like the chemistry issues is there or, they're going to have those. That's okay. Cause like I said, it's a learning, it's trial and error with them right now. It's a learning process right now. So, I mean, I get it. I understand, where they're coming from. I understand what they have in front of them, as far as an opportunity to be, the best team in the league. They just got to really, get the camaraderie and play together so they can become that. I just feel like they just need that one more piece, one more, maybe another big man in the paint, like I said, to clog up the middle and give them a little bit more scoring. So once they get that, or if they address that and get that, that would be, really a huge plus for them. I just feel like, overall, by the time playoff time get here, I just think they'll be damn near unbeatable. You know what I'm saying? So I expect to see them in the finals. No matter how up and down they play during the season, I still expect to see them in the finals because I just don't know if any team could beat this team in a 7 game series. It's going to be really tough. So, like I said, all 3 of the big 3 are playing really good. They're playing really together. What I'm saying they're scoring points. They're just outscoring everybody. And like I said, if they just pick it up a little bit on the defensive end, they're definitely probably more than likely going to be in the finals, if not win it, whoever they play. So, yeah, I'm just anticipating to see how they play going forward. And I can't wait to see, like I said on my previous videos, I can't wait to see them play like a Clippers or Lakers because that's really going to be, lit. So that's really going to be something I really want to check out. It's probably going to be a premiere game, of course, on TNT or something like that or ESPN. So I definitely can't wait for those type games. But they're doing good now. So, and hey, I'm gonna keep checking on them. And hey, subscribe to my channel. Look at my other videos. Like the video. Leave a comment for this video if you like. And hey, till next time.
Reshoot that.